Well, good morning again, and welcome to another Tea in the Hall. It's the usual mixture of the sublime and the ridiculous, of the silly and the serious, of fun and faith.
To tea in the hall, come one and come all, from Saturdays at 9. There's no bacon rolls, no scones, no snowballs, and nothing to drink at all. But we will share friendship and fellowship, fun quizzes, some stories, some talk. So mat your in tea and a biscuit all day. Please join us for tea in the hall. Oh, the doors are shut, the church all locked up. There's nothing going on in the hall, but just the same, we'll praise God's name. He doesn't change at all. So now it's time in your house and mine to answer to the call. Bring your in cup and come and sup with us, tea in the hall.
And first up, we have a father and son double act who are going to give us some topical humour.
Hello everyone, so we're stuck in lockdown and today was a traumatic day for us.
Aye, we got on a video call with Gran and she never had her teeth in.
And what about the homeschooling, how's that going on?
Homeschooling isn't going well. The dinner lady quit in the first week and the teachers have been fired for losing their temper. I've been expelled for missing classes and I'm waiting on getting a new transfer to another school.
This lockdown's going to remember for the time when the wheelie bins went out more than me. And some of the local businesses have been hit hard just now. A local bra manufacturer has gone bust. A submarine company has gone under. A manufacturer of food blenders has went into liquidation. And the dog kennels has had to call in the retrievers. With this lockdown and all the eating and lack of exercise, I've let the body go a bit. I come out of the shower this morning, stood in front of the mirror. Look at me. I feel horrible. I look old, I look fat, I look ugly. I says to Lisa, you need to pay me a compliment to cheer me up. She says, at least your eyesight's perfect. Stay safe everyone.
Thank you very much to Ian and Callan. And now we see Ian with one of his other hats on as president of Newcomnock Burns Club. And he's going to present their very special rendition of A Man's a Man for All That.
So, it's April 2020, week 6 of the lockdown due to the global coronavirus pandemic. At Newcomnock Burns Club, our busy events programme has taken a knock back, and rightly so. The health and safety of our cronies, our families and our friends is the most important thing right now. But our cronies have been keeping active. We're still meeting up and creating a new normal, even if it's a bit different in the online world. Of course, it's not just our club that's been impacted. The whole world has been affected by COVID-19. The virus takes no account of wealth, social class or social position. 225 years ago, Robert Burns wrote of the need for a universal coming together to create a better world for all. How prophetic those words are today. A man's a man, for all that.
Is there for honest poverty that hangs his head and all that?
The coward slave, we pass him by, we daur be pair for all that.
For all that and all that, their toils obscure and all that.
The rank is but the guinea stamp, the man's the gowd for all that.
What though in hamely fair we dine, we're hodding grey and all that.
Gie fools their silks, and knaves their wine. A man's a man, for all that.
For all that and all that, their tinsel show and all that.
The honest man, who e'er sae poor, is king of men for all that.
Ye see yon birkie called a lord, with struts and stairs and all that.
Though hundreds worship at his word, he's but a coof for all that.
For all that and all that, his ribbon, star and all that.
Man o' independent mind, he looks and laughs at all that.
A prince can mak a belted knight, a marquis, duke, and all that.
But an honest man's aboon his might, get faith he mauna for that.
For all that and all that, their dignities for all that.
Their pith of sense and pride of worth are higher rank than all that.
Then let us pray that come it may as come it will for all that.
That sense and worth o'er all the earth shall bear the gree and all that.
For all that and all that, it's coming yet for all that.
That man to man, the world o'er, shall brothers be for all that.
Many thanks to Ian and his cronies. That was a very apt and a very moving recitation of A Man's a Man. I think when poems like that can still be relevant in our day and stand the test of time, that's truly a great poem. There might be something that you're wondering. Now, I robustly deny any suggestions that I'm favouring Kilmarnock supporters for contributions to Tea in the Hall. There's only 4 of us, as you can see there. Although, as we know, behind every single Kilmarnock supporter, there's a wheen of others, because we never walk alone. And if you think it's a tribal thing, then you're absolutely right. But Kilmarnock supporters are found all over the world. And Ian asked me to point out that that bottle of bubbly unopened was signed by Davy Snedden, who was the goal scorer when we won the league last century, 1965. And the answer is Whisper. Number 13. A thief would be a bandit. Question 14. The Roman god of war. The Roman god of war. That is, of course, Mars. Question 15. Where the big cats drink? Where the big cats drink? Well, they might drink in a lion bar. And question 16. A form of public transport? A form of public transport? It is a double-decker. Question 17. Pirate's treasure. Pirate's treasure is bounty. Number 18. Shirley Temple's hairdo. Shirley Temple's hairdo. None other than a curly whirly. Question 19. Melodies. Melodies. And the answer is tunes. And question 20. Our galaxy. Our galaxy. And our galaxy, where we live, is the Milky Way. You know, some of these biscuits and sweets, yeah, I don't know if they're still around nowadays, but most of them were. I think if you get something like 15, 16 out of 20, then you were doing really well. If you get 20 out of 20, you probably eat too many sweets and biscuits. We are grateful to Jim Johnston this week for his really marvellous photographs of different scenes, many of them local, in or at least in and around Ayrshire. So again, after that hard work with your brains, it's time to sit back and relax and enjoy God's good creation. Now we have another song with slightly different words. It's Sing a Rainbow, and we know that the rainbow is the sign of God's grace, but it's also the sign that we're using at the moment to say thank you to the NHS. So the new words of this song are simply called Sing a Thank You Rainbow. Sing a thank you rainbow. Red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow, NHS, thank you. Red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow, NHS, thank you. They listen with their eyes, they listen with their ears to help everyone they see. So we sing a rainbow, I've heard of Charlotte Bronte. Well, she's got nothing in her Charlotte hell. So we turn to Lottie for her usual blend of poetry and jokes.
A chuckie in your shoe. Nor nothing mair annoying. A fact I ken it's true, that when you're in a hurry, you get a chuckie in your shoe. You hirple and you hobble, you poo and tug your soak. It feels bigger than a chuckie, it's mair like ears roke. You hirple to the bus stop, prop up on it you lean, like yon lad, Long John Silver, fae the silver screen. You shake your shoe empty, like a bairn wi' blankie. The sweet runs down your forehead, and you dab it wi' your hanky. You tie your laces tickly, and start off wi' a stride. You havena got a puckle yard, the chuckie's still inside. Two pensioners on a bench they stare, and watch you hirple o'er. You sit down wi' an off a thump, the pensioners gie a glower. In a fit of anger, the shoe and sock come off. You inspect and wiggle your wee piggies. So what if you look daft? Out pops a fending chuckie, a wee bit weir than ears roke. You pit back on your footwear, and again pop on your socks. My journey's nearly finished. Hame, feet up and watch the telly. The next time you go out, I think I'll wear my wellies. I just got a photo from a speeding camera through the post this morning. I sent it right back. Way too expensive and really bad quality. Tonight I dreamt of a beautiful walk on a sandy beach. At least that explains the footprints I found in the cat litter box this morning. What did the grape say when the ferret stood in it? Nothing. It just let out a little whine. Knock, knock. Who's there? Lydia. Lydia who? Lydia Teapot. Knock, knock. Who's there? Heaven. Heaven who? Haven't seen you in ages. Knock, knock. Who's there? Noah. Noah who? I know a guy if you need an ark. Knock, knock. Who's there? Spell. Spell who? W-H-O. Knock, knock. Who's there? Freeze. Freeze who? Freeze a jolly good fellow. Freeze a jolly good fellow. Freeze a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us.
Poems are great because they give you the space and the time and just that difference in wording, just the blessing, if you like, the benefit of rhyme and carefully chosen words to help us think about what we really should be or want to think about. And Margaret Chung again is going to recite a poem that she wrote. It's about a current situation and the title is Changes.
Cast your mind back to how life used to be. We jumped on buses, planes, trains without fear. We hugged without thinking our families and friends before the virus dared to appear. Most of us have heeded advice, you'll agree. Stay home, stay safe, keep folks at bay. Venturing out only when needing essentials, or for exercise on a nice sunny day. It seems that things may be easing a bit. By the science, we go where we're led. Those in charge are aiming to track, test and trace to reduce this virus's spread. How will it ease? The rumours abound. Will they be like those over the border? They can go for a drive, meet a pal outside, buy plants in a shop, not online order. So maybe we can take a wee trip to Ayr, meet a friend or walk by the shore, drop in at Dobie's on our way home. No coffee, but they have plants in store. Maybe play a sport like tennis or golf, or is fishing more your cup of tea? Sit down for a breather or picnic together, keeping distance between your household and me. For these long weeks we've done our best to create our own safe virus-free bubble. But face covering, distancing, always staying alert, does leaving home seem too much trouble? But when we step out, as we will have to one day, we'll feel less certain. This can't be denied. One certainty we have in these unsure times, where we walk, our Lord walks by our side.
And many thanks to our three ladies, to Lottie and to Margaret and to Rachel for taking us into some thoughts about faith, but also for Lottie anyway, entertaining us too. Thank you. New Cumnock, it would seem, is a wee place. It's such a wee place that sometimes my friends in Kilmarnock, I have to say, they still don't know that it's New Cumnock. They still call it Cumnock. I'm sure lots of people do. But for a wee place, in so many ways, it punches above its weight. And it's a wee place with a huge history. And we're grateful to Bobby Guthrie for bringing us another tale of New Cumnock.
Hello, Bobby Guthrie here from my home in sunny Barhead. Thank you again for letting me join you in the hall. Today I would like to share some photographs of the remains of the lime kilns that can be found throughout the parish of New Cumnock. The map shows the lime kilns that I'm going to talk about today. There's the ones at Benson and the left hand side of the map, over to Gelt on the far right, Craigdilliart below it, and then back into the centre at Holly Mansfield before coming down south to High Park. So, wherever you find a lime kiln, there'll be a source of limestone nearby. This is quarried, fed into the top of the kiln, burnt with coal, and out the bottom comes lime. Its main use, of course, was as a fertiliser, and it played a huge part in improving the agricultural landscape of New Cumnock. Lime also had another use as a mortar, and indeed, when we were restoring the ruins of the old kirk, we were required to have the lime analysed to ensure the replacement lime we used was as close as possible to the original. New Cumnock lime also had a water repellent power that was very useful in the building of bridges. The later Benson lime works were further along the back road, and indeed the kilns themselves were over the boundary into the parish of Old Cumnock, while the limestone quarry extended across both parishes. These were on the lands of the Marquess of Bute, who owned many lands in New Cumnock, as well of course as those in Old Cumnock. Although the remains of the kilns we see here are at the roadside, they're hidden by trees and other growth. It'd be great if we could have this cleared. The top right hand side you see an older photograph of what the kilns once looked like, and below it is an image of the limestone quarry that sits behind it, said to be one of the deepest quarries in the parish, and for that reason they're fenced off, so please stay out. Over to the east now, in the Marquess of Bute's lime works at the Gelt. In the foreground is the flooded limestone quarry which sits in the parish of Old Cumnock, and above it stand the lime kilns which sit in the parish of New Cumnock. In the background you can make out Corsicone Hill. Now Kirkconnell and Sankern beyond was a big market for the Marquess of Bute's lime, and it was carted there from the Gelt along the back road for Corsicone down into Kirkconnell, and you can see from the old map on the right hand side that that road was known as the Lime Road. Just south of the Gelt we find the remains of the Craigdilliart lime kilns. These sit on the left hand side of the road just up from Glen Farm. They sit wholly in the parish of New Cumnock on the Mansfield estate, owned at that time by the Stuart Menteith family. The limestone quarry sits behind the kilns, and this of course is known better to us as the Corsicone Caves, a popular place to visit for many generations of New Cumnock. Moving west along the Mansfield Road to the Hall of Mansfield lime kilns, just across from Mansfield Mains, which sits next to the ruins of the Stuart Menteith's wonderful Mansfield house. The kilns are easily viewed from the roadside and perhaps are the best preserved in the parish. The quarry, you can see a clip of that in the bottom right hand corner, sits at the back of the kilns. Another great place to visit, and always keep your eyes out for the kestrels that are regular visitors there. You'll recall the lime road for the Marquis of Bute's Gelt Lime Works to his market at Kirkconnell. Well, here is our very own lime road from the Cowtlet up to the High Park Lime Works. The lime road, a lot less populated than we remember, and of course the High Park of the time now sits in ruins, some of which you can see in the photo on the top right hand side. Whereas High Park today, the new farm sits in the crest of the hill with its wind turbine. There's little remains of the kilns at High Park, some stone here and there, and if you look at the map in the bottom right hand side, you can see the extent of the quarry, almost the length of Farden Avenue and beyond. A playground for many a Cairnhill people, no doubt, in their youth. Thank you again for letting me share some photographs and stories from Newcomnock's past, and I hope they brought back some memories. Enjoy your tea. I'm going to have mine out my Glens mug today, as it's 27 years today that they lifted the Scottish Junior Cup for the first time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks again to Bobby, Newcomnock's historian and researcher extraordinaire. And thinking about that wee bit of French reminds me of our next guest. Hello, I'm the Reverend I.M. Jolie. M as in M, who's in James Bond. And Jolie is the French for jolly. At least, I think it is, and if it's not, it's pretty close. So that's me, the Reverend I.M. Jolie. My friends call me Angelina. You know, ministry has its joys, and I'm full of joy being a minister, but sometimes there are some challenges along the way. Baptisms, for example. When I started off in ministry, it was all so simple. It was either Jean, or Mary, or Margaret, or William, or James, or John. That was all. Very easy. But now, you get such fancy names. Names from all over the world. Just the other week, a family brought a child to be baptised. So I said to the father, when it came to the time for baptising the wee girl, "What's her name? What would you like this child to be called?" And he said, "Spindona." So I said, "Spindona, I baptise..." He said, "No, Spindona." "Spindona, I baptise..." No. He was getting quite angry by this time, and so was I, actually. "Spindona." Sort out my glasses. It always gives me a wee bit time to think. "Spindona, No," he said. And he pointed to this wee bit of paper. "Spindona." So I read the wee bit of paper that was Spindona, and then I knew what the wee lassie's name was. No, it's no easy being a minister. But I tell you what, I'd rather be a minister than a hairdresser, especially when the lockdown ends And thinking about hairdressers, we have to remember these poor folk that really need the support of the new group that we started 2 weeks ago, Hairdressers Anonymous. I've been doing quite a wee bit of research. I've been researching into the grey hairs. And I've been researching into hairdressers, you know. I was thinking about hairdressers. They're the only folk that can look you straight in the eye and talk behind your back at the same time. In fact, some of the lesser skilled variety can look you straight in the eye, talk behind your back, and cut you to the bone at the same time. But I've been thinking about grey hairs and the dye that folk use. You know, I just thought there was brune or blonde or red. There's thousands, well, slight exaggeration, but there's such a lot of brune hair dyes. That money, I just, to have mine of them all, made up a wee song. And if you think that the tune of this song is Delaney's Donkey, you're absolutely right. And it's called Light Brown, Dark Brown. Now the aging process and also the sun's rays can transform the hair colour that we had in former days. So this song's in tribute to the many shades of brown that you get from a bottle to refresh your greying crown. There's light brown, dark brown, neutral tonic caramel, toffee, chestnut, golden honey, auburn, deep red velvet, icy bronze mahogany, espresso blonde, sweet cola, chocolate cherry, reddish ash. Then there's dark chocolate, deep chestnut, light beige and dark platinum, rich dark red, medium ash, dark cool, light cool, mushroom, cinnamon, ginger. All modern takes on Ginny with the light brown hair. All modern takes on Ginny with the light brown hair. That whole watermelon's good. It's awfully good. God bless. To tea in the hall, come one and come all, from Saturdays at 9. There's no bacon rolls, no scones, no snowballs, and nothing to drink at all. But we will share friendship and fellowship, fun quizzes, song stories, song told. So might you in tea and a biscuit all day, please join us for tea in the hall. Oh, the doors are shut, the church all locked up, there's nothing going on in the hall. But just the same, we'll praise God's name, He doesn't change at all. So now it's time in your house and mine to